Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane!
It's Superman.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Bucket Think Tank for another round of Comic Run Talk. And today we're going to talk about Superman in Action Comics. This time we're going to talk about 3 stories for the Superman book. One of which will be about John and meeting his greatest challenge yet, and the other 2 will address the mysteries concerning this new Superman. Now remember, the Superman here is not from this continuity, but from the continuity before Flashpoint. Now, our first story is World's Smallest, and this opens up with John and Kathy leaving school, and what's interesting about this setup is it shows that John himself is pretty laid back and reasonable, and he's very easy to like, and I think it comes down to just how comfortable he's become with not only his powers, but with his parents, and of course, his new BFF, Kathy, who is awesome, for now. They bump into the new girl at school, Maya, who has these eyes that are just... So you guys remember the episode of Dexter's Lab where Dexter gets stalked by this girl who just stares at him? Those are those eyes. They're just wow. So anyway, on the way home, John wants to find a Christmas tree for his family and decides to pass through, hang on, let me check my notes here, Dead Man's Swamp, to which Kathy is all...
To the no, no, no. Come on! No, no, to the no, no, to the no.
And decides to just head home. Grandpa's expecting her. In the forest, John gets the full Snow White treatment in the forest, and every animal freaks him out, whether it's the ominous owl, the ominous snake, and the, of course, ominous eldritch horror that is the moose. They sort of cause John to freak out, which triggers his heat vision, but before he sets, hang on, let me check my notes again, Dead Man's Swamp, seriously, who names these places? On fire, he is saved by a mysterious figure on a red bat gargoyle behemoth thing, and he passes out. As he wakes up, he finds himself trapped and strapped down and comes face to face with Damian Wayne, Robin, son of Bruce Wayne, son of Batman, who essentially thinks John is a menace because he's been endangering wildlife, and Damian loves animals. It's like his one consistent redeeming quality. He even calls John a heathen. But before he can continue his experiments, he's interrupted by Batman, who tracked Damian when he hacked into the Justice League computer, because Damian thinks he's above the rules. Now, Batman is known for being paranoid, but he's also not, stupid, as it tells Damian that he's colossally messed up and put everyone in danger, but it's too late as Superman breaks through, demanding to know what they are doing to his son, as all good parents would. A fight almost breaks out between Batman and Superman, but John's ice breath is triggered and it calms everyone down as Superman laments that he's missing all of John's first, and Batman himself laments that he wasn't there for any of John's first, and after revealing that the mysterious figure who saved him was Maya, with those eyes, with a now cooler head, they all go to the Batcave to take a close look at John's scans, and this has been a question about John. As a half-human, half-Kryptonian, his powers seem to be in flux. Sometimes he's invulnerable, sometimes he's not. His heat vision and ice breath are developing faster than Clark's did, so it's been the big question in the book. And while Alfred is impressed with John and takes him and Damian around the Batcave, Superman and Batman step back and become Clark and Bruce for a bit. And Clark asks if they think their fathers had all these questions about whether they were doing right by their kids, to which Bruce responds, all good fathers do, and it's just a great moment. Meanwhile, with John and Damian, John is introduced to Batcow, because that was a thing, as well as Titus, the dog, and a cat whose name I don't remember, and John mentions that Damian should bring them to the farm so we can learn to properly take care of them, because, cows don't belong in caves, but Damian being Damian, unable to handle any criticism, throws the time John incinerated the family cat, and John responds in the best way possible, with violence. Just great. And a fight ensues before it's stopped by Superman and Batman in one of the most horrifying and ominous scenes I've ever seen. So the rest of the story really just becomes John and Damian trying to work together as a way to earn the right to be Robin and Superboy, as their dads want them to work together. Ultimately, the two of them fail, but they do have some tender moments, and though they fail the actual test, they are able to stick the landing. They're able to stick the landing with a final test at the Batcave where Alfred overruling both Batman and Superman, declaring the two of them Super Sons. Because that will be the name of their upcoming book. It's really, really good. Actually, it's alright. Next comes Tangled Up in Green and Multiplicity, and both deal with the issue of Superman being an anomaly, but each one does it differently. Tangled Up in Green deals with Superman investigating a problem on the farm, which leads to him meeting Swamp Thing, who has kind of been relatively all over the place in DC Rebirth. He's been not just in this book, but he's been in Batman, and he's a member of the Justice League Dark. For those of you that don't know, Swamp Thing, aka Alec Holland, is the avatar of the Green, which is the hive mind and life force of all plant life on the planet. And he's sort of like what the Lorax would be in anime form. Anyway, Swamp Thing tells Superman he's sort of sensed an anomaly between Superman and the Green, and we've seen this before in Superman Rebirth issue 0. But this is even more clear when Superman touches Swamp Thing and he goes all, let's call it blue, sort of Dr. Manhattan-y, as if we're trying to further emphasize Dr. Manhattan plays a bigger role in this than possible. But it also looks like Keter from Atlantis' Lost Empire when, she encounters the heart of Atlantis. Superman is able to help snap him out of it, but Swamp Thing says they need to fix the problem in Superman, otherwise he'll have to leave the planet because he's causing damage to it. So they merge, and it's really, really crazy. Swamp Thing says that since he's become the new Superman, he's been absorbing more solar energy than he was before, and it's damaging the planet. And it's because Superman hasn't really embraced his new role. Sure, he's put on the costume again, he's living his new life with his family, but he's never really accepted that this is his new life, and it makes sense. This Superman was from another continuity with a Jimmy Olsen, a Lex Luthor, a Justice League, even Krypto, that were all his own, and this isn't it. It's hard to be in a world that is both familiar yet so different, so this story is about him truly accepting this new Earth as his own, truly becoming the man of tomorrow. Sorry, Lex. Again, Multiplicity is alright. It's not that it's bad, just sort of not that interesting. It's really about this being known as Prophecy, and he's going around kidnapping different versions of Superman from across the multiverse. What's cool about this story is two things. Meaning the Justice League Incarnate, consisting of President Superman, Mary Marvel of Earth 5, Aquawoman of Earth 11, Red Race of Earth 36, Green Lantern of Earth 20, and Machine Head of Earth 8. The Justice League Incarnate is really the Justice League that deals with threats to the multiverse, and looking at all the crisis events that shape the multiverse, you kind of wonder when they started their job, or if they're even good at it. The second interesting thing is that Prophecy didn't come to Earth for our Superman, but King Kong, the Superman from China. Yeah, it was a whole book, New Superman, that didn't really last about a decent enough run. Even President Superman knows that our Superman is an anomaly, and even Prophecy himself says that he has a similar energy to other Superman. He's a strange anomaly, he doesn't quite fit. Something's off about him. The reason I sort of skip around this story is just that it's kind of dull. Oh, there are some interesting highlights, but there isn't much of a meat to it in terms of story. Even Prophecy himself is kind of bland, though he does note that something is coming that will destroy everything, he's collecting these Supermen to absorb their power and defeat it. Another important fact is that as the Superman fight off Prophecy, including Captain Carrot, he's all of a sudden enveloped in a blue light and is met by the same mysterious man who took Doomsday and told Clark that there were secrets about him and his family that he wasn't aware of. Ultimately, the stories here were about the future. Of course, World's Smallest sets up the upcoming Super Sons book, but the other stories hammer home how different this Superman is. Tangled Up in Green dealing with, on a personal level, Multiplicity on a more obvious and told in a blander, longer story. But it ultimately sets the stage for the real meat of Action Comics and Superman. Something big is coming to this book that will shake the foundations of not just Superman and his family, but the entirety of the DC universe. Do we have the guy from South Park?
This is going to be a bloodbath, Tom. There will be medical tents, ambulances, face painting. No doubt a lot of people you know and love are going to die.
So yeah, when we come back next, we will talk about all of that in Superman Reborn. But first, we gotta talk about Uncle Scrooge. So anyway, with that in mind, let's bring this video to close here. If you are new to the Bug Think Tank, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out some other videos, smash the thumbs up button, and I will catch you all later. This is the Bug Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, may your fandom serve you well.